Jai Hind. I am Flight Lieutenant Shiwalee Deshpande. I was in the Indian Air Force from 1997 to 2002. I am the founder trustee of Prahar Samaj Jagruti Sanstha, a social awakening organization which is working in Nagpur since last 27 years with the aim of spreading soldierly qualities in the society, namely courage, discipline, vigilance, values of life and patriotism. I am also a defense expert on the electronic media. At the outset, I take this opportunity to thank Adarsh Vidya Mandir for giving me this golden opportunity of talking to the youth of my country, who is the tomorrow and the strength of my country. I very strongly believe that when we are sitting here listening to our YouTube talks, when we are sitting and enjoying our lives, we are enjoying our birthday parties, we celebrate festivals. It is only and only at the cost of those soldiers who are guarding our borders day and night. It is only that because they are there standing at the borders with guns in their hands and rifles in their hands that we are being able to breathe so freely in our country and we are being able to move around so freely in our country. And therefore, I think that it is my duty, and in fact it is the duty of every citizen of our country, to pay respects before you begin any program to that soldier who is there, who has left his family behind and standing at the borders. उन सारे सैनिकों को नमन करते हुए मैं उनके लिए कहना चाहूंगी, गर्जना हो और हो हुंकार तुम, वज्र हो और हो टंकार तुम, धैर्य साहस शक्ति के आधार तुम, अनगिनत आहुतियों की धार तुम प्रलय हो और तुम सुमृत पवन, राष्ट्र के प्रहरी तुम्हें शत शत नमन, राष्ट्र के प्रहरी तुम्हें शत शत नमन. Yes, very correctly as guessed by you all, I am going to tell you about the defense forces, because I do believe that defense forces is not a profession, it is a way of life. And it is a way of life which is very different from what you people live. When I was in my college days, I was in the National Cadet Corps. The National Cadet Corps has given me the motivation and inspiration to join the forces. Yes, no matter what, that my father was in the Indian Army, my whole family was in the defense forces. They were instrumental in making me what I am today, but then what I learned in my college days from the NCC was something very different. Those basic leadership qualities, those basic team building qualities that I learned in the NCC have really shown me the path to become an officer of the defense forces. That basic courage that I have in myself, that basic vigilance that I had in myself, the discipline that I developed later on, and of course, the patriotism that I had in my heart. My father, late Colonel Sunil Deshpande, Vishisht Seva Medal, has fought 2 wars for our country. The 1965 Indo-Pak War at the Battle of Hussainiwala and the 1971 Indo-Pak War again at the Battle of Shakargarh. And when he tells and narrates the stories of his war front, when he tells at what condition the soldiers have fought their battles, it brings chills up our spines. हमारे मन में कुछ शंकाएं होती है जब हम बोलते हैं कि मुझे भारतीय सेनाओं में भर्ती होना है. तब सबसे पहली शंका होती है तो ये कि अगर मैं फौज में मैंने भर्ती हुई या हुआ तो मैं बहुत जल्दी ऊपर चला जाऊंगा. पेरेंट्स हैव दिस फियर इन देयर माइंड कि मेरे बच्चे ने अगर फौज में अगर वो ज्वाइन हुआ तो बहुत जल्दी वो भगवान को प्यारा हो जाएगा. यू पीपल टेल मी, हम सब पैदा हुए हैं, मरना तो एक दिन निश्चित है ही. A very beautiful sentence is said by Nana Patekar in the movie Prahar. For your kind information, my organization, Prahar Samaj Jagruti Sanstha, is an inspiration from the movie Prahar that was directed by Shri Nana Patekar, and my father, Colonel Sunil Deshpande, was a military advisor to this movie. एक बहुत सुंदर वाक्य नाना पाटेकर ने इस पिक्चर में कहा है, मरने की कोई वजह तो होनी चाहिए. हम सैनिकों के लिए वजह होती है देश, राष्ट्र। हम राष्ट्र के लिए मरते हैं। Patriotism, that immense love in our hearts which we have for our country. Beg your pardon, I don't mean to say that the rest of you are not patriot. But then, when we as youth, when we have that fire in our belly, when we have that tremendous energy within ourselves, when we are enthusiastic, then why should we not think about the country first? The Indian Military Academy, which is in Dehradun, it gives training to the cadets who get permanent commission in the Indian Army. When you pass out from there, at the Antim Pag, there are these sentences written which are said by Field Marshal Chetwood. And those sentences are, "The honor and safety of my country comes first, always and every time. The honor, safety and welfare of men under my command comes next, always and every time. My own ease, comfort and welfare comes last, always and every time." Yes, for us soldiers, the nation is first. And what a better cause to die than to die for the country. मौत की क्या किससे यारी है, आज उनकी तो कल हमारी बारी है. Why should we not die fighting for the motherland? That is most pious death, what I would like to say. Another very big apprehension the parents have is that my child is very intelligent, he is very brainy. अगर मैंने उसको फौज में भेजा तो वो क्या हाथ में बंदूक पकड़कर बॉर्डर के ऊपर खड़ा होकर ठौ-ठौ करने के लिए मैंने उसको इतना पढ़ाया लिखाया है? Gone are those days when wars were fought with bows and arrows. भालों से युद्ध करने का जमाना गया. आजकल का जो जमाना है वो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी का है. Nowadays, the scenario of warfare has changed. We talk of electronic warfare, cyber warfare, communication warfare, chemical warfare, biological warfare, psychological warfare, you name it, and that kind of warfare is there. And today, India is the third country in the entire world to have entered into the space warfare. Look at the development that our country is doing. And to fight all these warfare, we require brains. And that is why we require the youth of my country. It is a sad story of my country today that we have dearth of around 10,000 officers in the Indian Defence Forces. मेरे देश का युवा ये सेनाओं में भर्ती नहीं होना चाहता है. Probably because he wants to lead a comfort life. Let me tell you, the Defence Forces offers you a very challenging, adventurous, which is accompanied by a lot of comfort. Change of work is rest. Yes, we Fauji's believe in this. And that is why, if you are a good sportsman, the Defence Forces will give you an opportunity to excel in your sports. We will give you special coaching. If you want to pursue your hobby, the Defence Forces will give you a proper stage to pursue your hobby and excel. You name it, and that kind of activity is there in the forces. Adventure. You want to scale the Mount Everest? Yes, here is our chance. You want to do paragliding or parasailing or a para jump? Yes, forces is the place where you can do all this. What kind of a different life any other sector can offer you than the Defence Forces? You get to visit the entire country. You're posted out after every 2.5 years. Not only this, you're also sent to the foreign countries. I would definitely say that in no other profession, at the end of your training, do you people take an oath where you pledge that if need be, I will lay down my life for this country. It is only and only in the Defence Forces that after our training in the academy, we take a pledge that if required and if I am called for by the motherland, I will lay down my life फॉर द कंट्री। देश के लिए मैं अपने प्राण न्यौछावर कर दूंगा, यह शपथ हम सिर्फ फौजी लेते हैं हमारे एकेडमी में ट्रेनिंग के बाद। When we as officers, we lead men, we become leaders. And we leaders, when we take a decision, we know that our one point of finger should be accompanied with a lot of knowledge, because when we show that point of finger, there are hundreds of men who will follow my orders and put their lives at stake. This is the quality of leadership that we command at the age of 20 and 21, the moment we become graduate and we get trained in the academy. At the age of 21, which profession will give you an opportunity to command 100 troops? This is the kind of personality that an officer is made into. Last but not the least, हम सैनिक जब युद्ध भूमि में जाते हैं तब हमारी मानसिकता क्या होती है? हम सैनिक कहते हैं, मैं भारत का सिपाही, केवल इतना ही मेरा परिचय है, जान हथेली पे रखता हूं, मुझको न किसी का भय है, देह मिट्टी का, मेरा मस्तिष्क इस परिवेश का है, धमनियों में दौड़ता फिरता ये रक्त मेरे देश का है, बंधनों के मोह सारे आज पीछे छोड़ आया, सामने है लक्ष्य मेरा, देर बस आदेश का है। जब आदेश हो जाता है तब उस एक आदेश के ऊपर हमारे सारे जवान अपने प्राण न्यौछावर कर देते हैं मातृभूमि के लिए। This is the kind of leadership that the defense forces command. And that is why I would like to give you all an appeal that if you want to make a life which is different from the others, if you want to make a life where adventure is part of your everyday curriculum, if you want to make a life where you face challenges at every step and you enjoy facing those challenges and you come out victorious amongst those challenges, then defense forces is the only way of life that you people should lead. At the end, a small message to all of you. यदि देश हित मरना पड़े मुझको सहस्त्रों बार भी, यदि देश हित मरना पड़े मुझको सहस्त्रों बार भी, तो भी न मैं इस कष्ट को निज ध्यान में लाऊं कभी। कारण सदा ही मृत्यु का देशोपकारक कर्म हो, हे ईश भारत वर्ष में शतबार मेरा जन्म हो, शतबार मेरा जन्म हो, शतबार मेरा जन्म हो। जय हिंद।